Whoa. Sonic Spinball for the Sega Genesis. Original soundtrack going in. Is this the vibe though? I feel like I have to decide right now. Like, are we running with it? Are we full sending or are we pivoting? Maybe this is a pivot moment in video gaming history. We have a few minutes. We have a few minutes to figure this all out. I've gone live a bit prematurely, I have to admit. I hit the live button. I'm like, I'll figure this out. It'll be fine. It'll be no problem. Yeah, the soundtrack sounded better in my head. A Link to the Past? There we go. I think these are more the vibes I was looking for. There we go. I've joined voice chat. I'm going to be joined by a very special guest, a very special voice chat guest very shortly to bring you this exciting series. An elimination match, a ADV Revival 3 bracket qualification match. Winner makes bracket, moves on to the next stage and the final stage of the entire event. Losers eliminated forever and shadow realmed completely and irrevocably. And this is the part where I think my YouTube chat is not working properly. So I'm gonna re-pull it up. Smoking Rocks is here. Fantastic. This shit is nostalgic, bro. Let's do this. Get a little test chat. If you're here, let me know if you're here. Help me out just a little bit. B. Vreeze has joined us. Hello, welcome. Welcome to the gaming. This is technically ladder. That looks good. Oh, that's the opposite of what I wanted. We're going to be starting soon, folks. I am on the lookout for these matches to be posted. Thank you so very much for your patience. You guys are not going to be disappointed with the... Once we're up and running, once we're good to go, we're going to be humming. This is going to be a great stream. We have another stream later on today as well that you should all be very much aware of. Can we talk about it? Do we have time to talk about it? That's the question. 9. There we go. Gamers. Right now, we're about to see Stoichite versus Terran. Also known as Red. I don't know how to say the tag, but in my Discord, they're Terran. T-A-R-A-N, and we're going to be calling them Terran. But later tonight, I have the stream scheduled. You can check it out on my channel if you're not already subscribed. You're probably already subscribed. But Tetrafolium versus Orf, another bracket qualification match, is going to be occurring, and I would highly encourage you all to just take note of that and keep that in mind. What do you say to that? Colin 7 is here. Smoking Rocks. My dipstick has also arrived. And this is all fantastic news. I asked Taryn. Ooh, okay. Our guest has actually joined. I was about to say they're joining in 2 minutes, and here they are. H-Clad, hello, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How's it going?
So good, dude. Very happy to have you on. Thanks for joining pretty much last minute. I messaged you, I think, like 2 hours ago, and you're like, yeah, let's fucking run it, dude. So I'm stoked to see this set. How you doing?
I'm good, yeah. No, I'm stoked too. There's a couple of players I'm not super familiar with, but we're getting like deep enough into the tournament that it's pretty high stakes, so I'm pumped to see it.
Yeah, this is about as high stakes as it gets. I imagine neither of these players have, made top cut of a bracket of this size before. So one of them will be, if I'm right on that at least, one of them will be making it for the first time, and that's always exciting. And it looks like game one has actually begun. So let's get going. Dr. Dirty Dave, I'm gonna share my screen with HClad, and we're gonna do this. Entire screen, please.
What do you know about Dirty Dave's opponent? I'm familiar with Dirty Dave because of his YouTube channel largely.
Yeah, that's.
I don't even know the other guy.
Yeah, Terran or redreoicy, I don't know. Apparently they're bringing lead arrow mag. They're in my Discord server and their tag is Terran, and that's basically all I know. They get the roll on T-Bolt, and we're off here in game one. So I couldn't tell you much about either player besides, we're both familiar with Stoic Kite and his YouTube channel. He's the most prolific ADV gamer on the entire platform. I think he posts like at least 2 matches a day, which is probably why he has over 5,000 subscribers. He's low-key kind of killing it by simply just pumping out gaming content. And Flamethrower Blissey to revenge the mag. Interesting. Tell me,
yeah, that is interesting. I don't really know what I'm supposed to think about lead Aerodactyl.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it on like weird, correct me if I'm wrong, like ABR, like V5 structures will like lead arrow, and then it's actually just like V5 in the back with arrow as like a breaker or like a end game cleaner. This doesn't look like that at all.
Yeah, it's what you lead when you don't have a good lead. And usually this sort of physical offense will have like a Metagross or a Salamence.
Oh, and Dave is just gonna elect to DD up against the Lax Cursing.
Well.
Huh.
Huh.
Yeah. I think I've done this once.
One of these Pokemon is going to do a lot of damage. I'm not sure which one's going to win, but one of these players is in danger right now.
Yeah, this feels very highly susceptible to variance. Like somebody is going to really go off and get a little bit of a lead here, I would imagine. I want to ask you as well, Colin in the chat calling out that he thinks that this is simply Beer Lover for Stoic Kite. What do you think about when you see fire coverage on Blissey? Like, what does that tell you? I guess that's the Beer Lover set, but it's not like, it's obviously not the most common coverage. It's been known to be run, but oh my god, the immediate crit! Holy fuck! I'm sorry, that was crazy.
Okay, well this game might just be cooked. Now to your question, I think my first thought is the same as Colin's, which is that lead Scarm and then fire move Blissey is just like the Beer Lover sample.
Right.
Outside of that, usually it means that you're trying to do immediate damage to Skarmory Fortress. So it probably means you're a more aggressive Blissey team, as opposed to something that wants to like Thunder Wave and like Soft Boil up and then slowly Seismic Toss you down.
Right. All right.
But also it could be like a weird calm mindset. There's a bunch of variations.
All right, well, we've got 2 lefties Swamperts facing one another. Given that it's mag offense with a fully healthy Aerodactyl, it's not ideal to trade your own Swampert as Dave for the enemies. Like, you might need this rock resist later.
Yeah, I completely agree.
Could be a T-Tar in the back.
Go
ahead.
Issue with this sort of team is like sometimes you don't really have a better option against Swampert. So I think you're right that like Dirty Dave's gonna need this, but I also like if his last 2 are like Starmie Gengar, he doesn't really have a much better option.
Right. And he is putting a Torrent here. Should be able to pick up a kill or deal a ton of damage to something. And so this is Gengar Starmie last, we think. What would you think is in the back over here for Terran?
Well, I was gonna say Swords Dance Celebi, but him seemingly being about to die to a Swampert makes me think that's less likely. So then I would probably just go with like Metagross Salamence.
And it is effectively confirmed to be Beer Lover here. So Starmie looks pretty good. The Snorlax would be a good answer, but that's gone. Swampert's going to protect Chip Heal. And I think we're going to learn something about an Unrevealed right now, I imagine. Unless he just wants to sack the Swampert. I mean, it's not healthy enough to come back in on a spike and stop a Dragon Dance T-Tar, especially a fully healthy one.
If there is a Metagross, I think it looks really strong for
Terran.
For what's his name? redreoicy.
Yeah. Yeah. A Jill meta
Terran.
could go in.
Definitely.
Is this Beer Lover Starmie? Is this 4 attacks, Starmie?
Back in my day, it would be 3 attacks spin, but I don't know how this team has like evolved over the years.
Oh, bringing Arrow in, that's not what I expected.
That is a desperation move.
Yeah, okay. Not what I thought was going to happen. Maybe just like forced to lock in a Rock Slide. And again, with like the Swampert gone, you would think that, you know, this would be something that you would want to save for later and make some progress and hope that this can sweep at the end. So, yeah, now I have no idea what to think about what Terran has in the back, nor about his prospects. But like you said, this does feel like a show of desperation, maybe feigning desperation, but I don't know what to make of it.
It's a really good bluff if he's feigning it. He's just going to something that dies. Yeah, he probably just has 2 things that are like 4x a week. He's slower? What?
Oh, and he gets a crit. Okay.
Wait, what?
This is insane.
That turn made no sense.
Yeah. I mean,
is
it adamant with like lead HP fighting? Because like if you have fighting, you can't be max speed. So maybe he's like, fuck it, I'm just gonna be like max attack, balls to the wall.
That's also hilarious. He got that crit.
Yeah, I mean, even if you are adamant, like Choice Band Rock Slide is, I don't think it would one shot. Like, I mean, what kind of investment is So it's Surf Thunderwave, so it wasn't 4 attacks, but like what kind of Starmie is on Beer Lover? Is it more defensive or is it offensive?
It's supposed to be fully offensive, but then again it had Thunderwave, so it's not fully offensive. But then again, it just outspent Aerodactyl, so maybe it is just like really offensive and happens to have Thunderwave. I don't know. I have no answers here. I guess it's gonna be like Flygon last or something.
We're pivoting to Arrow to get another in Tim off. You're still gonna be outsped.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I guess you could DD here, depending on your coverage.
Definitely DD here.
Take a hit, and they DD to be at +0, and then you hope that you can live and not get flinched by a single slide. And I don't know.
Yeah, that's probably it. It's possible that Salamence at +1 will outspeed T-Tar at +2.
Really?
Salamence may have Brick Break, and it may just be able to live the neutral rock side.
Okay, can I ask you something? Somebody in my Cord, like 2 days ago, I think it might have been Nephew PC. They were asking, somebody shared a team, and it had, the DD Brick Break Salamence, and they're like, hey, what do you think of this? And I was like, well, if you're gonna run like a fringe set like this, I would like work backwards and think like, okay, you're giving up Earthquake, so like, what are you worse against? And like, do you have enough support to take care of them on that you can't? And Ferdazi comes out of nowhere, and he's like, this is not the fringe DD Ment set. Like this is the standard DD. And I don't know to what extent he was like trolling, but what do you how do you respond to that?
I think as much as I hate to say it, he's kind of right. I think like most of the DD Menses out there right now are just like these slot Menses that have like Brick Break and then all this other random coverage. And when I look at it on a team, it to me it looks like the player's going like, okay, I'm just gonna lose to Metagross or Jirachi or whatever. But at the same time in practice, I think it somehow just like doesn't a lot of the time. So I don't really understand it, but I think it kind of just works. Wow, Stoic Kite pulled out of T-Tar.
Yeah, went to Blissey.
Probably won't one-shot a lot of Salamences.
Yeah, that's the whole thing, right? Is like you want to run just enough bulk to live one so you can get a DD off or like hit like with 2 Brick Breaks, but not this time, apparently. And it wasn't Brick Break, it was just HP Fly. So now the meta is going to have to carry the rest of this. The T-Tar hasn't been chipped at all, and it's Lefty's Metagross.
I think a Flamethrower and an Earthquake. Oh, he just mashes. Oh, yeah. And he gets the raise.
That could do it, depending on
Gar
what.
hits a Wisp.
Oh yeah, because it's Gengar.
It's
yeah,
gotta be Gar, right?
It's Gar, and you just have to hit a single Wisp, and then you should be fine. Maybe if you take down the Gar, Terran can play for like at least a trade and a tie with explosion in the end. But maybe not. Maybe that wouldn't even get there after a burn. You might need another like attack increase or something.
I think if Gar gets the Wisp, I think the winner is whoever's faster out of Metagross and T-Tar, which we don't know at this point. Of course, unless Metagross has agility, then I think Metagross will just win.
True.
Well, maybe not. Because if it has agility, then Gengar will get a hit off if it boosts. So I really don't know what's going to happen here.
Yeah, this is crazy. So much riding on this, like you said. It's a best of 3 set. This is game 1 if you're just joining us, but winner making the entire bracket and loser out 1 set away from escaping pools. And as Dave, I don't know if you have a better play than going Gar and Wisping, but you got to tell yourself, you're running Beer Lover, you have Wisp on Gengar. It's a common topic of conversation, you know, like Willow miss. But if you tell yourself you have a 75% chance to win the game in this point against this Pokemon with this attack boost, you just have to take it and he Thunderbolts. And he's dead.
There's no agility either.
Well,
so that's weird to me.
I mean, even if T-Tar outspeeds, like unboosted Earthquake is never gonna kill. You have to hope for like a mash
like
miss.
60 or so.
You DD for mash miss outs, and that's a 15% chance as opposed to a 75%. So, I mean, most Beer Lover, you have Wisp, don't you? It is faster, but no crit doesn't avoid the mash, and Terran takes game 1.
What an interesting game. I can't believe Terran went to slow Aerodactyl on Starmie, given he had Metagross, but I guess he just had a vision the entire way.
He did the have you seen like the Infinity Wars movie where like the doctor, whatever his name is, like sees like the million possibilities,
the timelines?
Yeah, and he's like, this is the one timeline where I win, and he played to that exact out. Maybe
the
he
arrow
was
has
bluffing.
To be slower, but it has to crit. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think honestly, if I look at that game, I think that Dirty Dave messed up real bad by losing a Swampert to Swampert, given that he could have probably just gone to his defensive Starmie against it.
Yeah, I would think that too. And again, I'm not familiar with the sets on this squad, but if you have Grass on Gengar, I mean, I could see wanting to pivot a Gengar in on, you know, like Water move. Well, it was Hydro Pump. It's like offensive meant, so that doesn't feel good. Like, don't get me wrong, but then you can at least bluff like Grass move. You can try to wisp something on the switch. And again, like with those non-revealed like Mag, Arrow, I think we could have inferred, like we talked about earlier, there's going to be more physical threats in the back, and I think even if we have to give up most of the Gengar to preserve this Swampert, in retrospect, it could have been worth it. That was game 1, Mom.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Jacob Blong, fellow ADV YouTuber and Revival 3 participant, saying if Arrow is 359, many defensive Starmies go down to 352, so I think that's a reasonable error. Yeah. Very interesting. I have a link to Stoic Kite. Also, Dr. Dirty Dave, their YouTube channel is called Stoic Kite. There's a link to their channel in the description. I would encourage you guys to shoot him a sub if you haven't already. He'll probably be posting a recorded video of his perspective of this set if you're more curious as to the sets that he's running, you know, some of the decisions that he's making. We will be jumping into game 2, and he's bringing lead Metacham, and it was Stoic Kite who brought lead Scarm. This time, Terran with the lead Scarm.
Well, this is a nervy turn 1. I never know what to do as either player here.
Yeah, because like if you're Scarm, it's like, okay, I have Peck, but like, what if they simply go Mag and I don't get a spike, and I don't lose turn 1, but I kind of lose turn 1, and then I tell myself, why the hell did I not just spike? Meanwhile, you spike and then get Focus Punch and then Spinner, and then you don't get any value from the Scarm practically anyway. It just feels like there's like a lot of situations where you get completely owned, and they do opt to spike and don't die to the Focus Punch. I believe that's non-banded damage.
I think that might be banded, right?
I think banded, if it's standard like Spadef Scarm, banded kills Scarm. Non-banded Focus Punch plus Brick Break is enough to kill the Scarm. But I think that did... I could be like totally wrong, but I mean I've run a lot of lead medi in my day, and I think
You
most
probably
of the
run more of
time,
it than I have, honestly. I bet you're right.
yeah, this my calc is telling me here that choice band to standard scarm is supposed to do at least 109, doing 85. That is still kind of a weird calc though, but Colin speculating, by the way, for the end of game one. Maybe the Gengar didn't even have Wisp. His other sets were not exactly what you would expect either. Medi going for another Focus Punch. And I would... That kind of suggests that it could be banded, because if you have Brick Break, you probably click it to deny second Spike before the Scarm dies. In most cases, I would think. Unless you like really want to call out the switch. And no, they... So, I don't know. Maybe it's not Adamant. I think I was usually running Adamant sets. If I make this Jolly, it's still supposed to... It's still supposed to do at least 100 to Scarm. So I don't know what to make of those
It may have
counts.
just been like a taunt Scarm or something like that. I also don't hate Focus Punching again, just to like try to catch Terran being greedy and switching out. I don't hate that move.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
Given we saw a sample in the first game from Dirty Dave, it wouldn't surprise me if it's the blue offense, what's it called?
Mana Medi.
Version. Yeah, exactly.
Where we have... Does it have Mag? Like Mag, Lax, Suicune, Salamence, Claydol? Is there a spinner on
last
that?
would be Metagross, but otherwise, yeah.
Oh, right.
Although maybe that means that he would have gone Magneton on turn 1.
And it was not banded. And I kind of...
You got a berry? No berry.
No berry. Yeah, so what is it then? Like white herb? I don't know.
Yeah, that's strange.
Oh, people speculating could be Lum. Everybody's speculating Lum. In that case, I also kind of am okay with... I mean, Terran could have just... Okay, nice mag trap. Terran could have simply calced and recognized, okay, that's not banded. But by repeatedly focus punching into the Scarm, you can... Maybe against a lesser player, you can bluff band.
What?
Okay, so we're reverse trapping the Magneton, or we're trying to.
Wait. Oh my god, what is happening?
Oh wait, is this like... Holy shit. Are we...
It's not gonna work.
Yeah, like, the Toxic is gonna
recycle.
own you.
It has another Lumberry, so it can't get Toxic again. I don't know what it's gonna do.
Yeah, what's the end game here?
Am I watching replay of the week? What's going on?
Yeah,
here?
that's...
Heal the...
We've entered a time warp. Okay, conversion 2, we resist Thunderbolt now. What's the end game here? It doesn't like have baton pass. Like, how are we converting this into any kind of actual like value? Maybe the plan is we're PP stalling the Magneton.
Is this the Jonald gimmick? And then he goes to like Doug Trio, and then he goes to like Lanoon or something?
Yeah, something like that. Dude, if this is how he like qualifies for bracket, because again, folks, if you just joined us, Terran redreoicy took game 1, and this could be the entire set if they can avoid.
Oh, I had this
crits.
completely flipped. I thought that okay, that's insane to do that while up 1-0. Like I feel like it's a pretty normal thing to be like, okay, I'm about to lose, I'm about to be out of the tournament. Let's do something fun. But when you're up, like this is wild behavior. I'm too out of the loop these days. Does conversion always make you grass type?
No, conversion 2, like, will at random pick a type that one of the opposing Pokemon's types is, like, weak to, or, like, ineffective against. So, like, Thunder is, or Electric is, like, weakened to grass, right? So I think, like, if he keeps using it, like, it could roll, like Fire for Steel, or something like that.
Okay, so I think there probably isn't one that's really that... I guess Ground would probably be the best one for him to get.
Maybe the way it works, though, it could be like it picks the most recently clicked move, and it gives you a type that resists that move. I don't remember the exact implementation. It's one of those two. And yeah, Green Herb, White Smoke, and Colin are both explaining that that's how it works.
Okay. And what's the PP on a recycle?
There's 14 more of those. And only 13 toxics, so we're fine there. And yeah, I think ultimately, if you PP stall this, you eventually go to like a Gardevoir. You could trace Magnet Pull, and then like do like Memento shenanigans, or even try to like sweep with Gardevoir, and just Calm Mind up. Yeah, see, now we're Rock type, which is not exactly ideal.
You gotta be careful about you don't want to be Steel type. You get trapped.
That's an excellent point. This is actually like so crazy.
Wow, so this has to be like Spadef invested too, to not like take more.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean, it's spec'd out for like this exact matchup. So I'm sure, I don't know if Terran like cooked this themselves, but whoever made this definitely ran the calcs more than a few times.
Does Dirty Dave have like 1,000 YouTube videos of him just using Magneton only? Is that the was that the scout?
That's it. You know, I was gonna bring this up to you. And like no shade whatsoever. I'm very impressed with both these gamers, but with Dave for making it this far. I've watched a decent amount of their videos. When I first started watching their content like 6 months ago or so, I maybe it was just the few videos I happened to watch. But he was like using like some like shitmon, like a lot of like homebrewed teams, and he wasn't like particularly high on the ladder. And he plays like a variety of formats too. Like he was playing like some Gen 4. Like, oh, he's like a casual gamer who's like learning about the format and just like games all the freaking time. And like he's just put in so much work, and he's bringing like a lot of meta teams to some of these sets. And I think he definitely outperformed my expectations. So like kudos to him. But every time I see him, he's like he dropped a video literally like an hour ago, like of him using like Jinx lead special offense. It's always something new. He was using like a Blissey Chansey team the other day, so I don't know that I would ping him as like bringing like mag all the time or anything. But Terran apparently scouted him and found out something that we didn't know.
Yeah. Okay, so he rolled ground type, and now he's stopped converting.
That sounds about right.
Because now he can't get Thunderbolted.
Yeah, now the only progress that can be made is Toxic or Hidden Power. He can force the Hidden Powers to be used, and then if he wants, then he can start spending his PP on Conversion 2 again, and not have to risk, becoming a... What was it? He was a Grass type that was weak to the HP Fires, right? So this is like a better position for him to be in. He has 44 agilities and 44 Conversion 2, so we don't know what the mag has last. I mean, I don't know what the sample is, if it's like T-Wave, Protect, like Reflect, Rain Dance.
It's not going to be useful, whatever it is.
Right.
It'll probably be like, yeah, Protect or like Rain Dance. Reflect would be nice because it has like 1,000,000 PP, but I think it still wouldn't be enough.
Yeah, more people speculating that they think it'll be Gardevoir into Linoon. But Msusa Gamer with a good point that if there is, and there likely is, a meta in the back for Dave, even with 2 spikes, like max attack Linoon HP ground, is that going to get there? I don't know if it will. And there is the Rain Dance.
I feel like it actually, I don't know. I feel like it will, but I also...
I'm going to look this up.
Know that, that's a good... Yeah, we're going to be here for a minute.
All right.
Also, Dirty Dave is using his timer on something. God knows what.
Yeah.
He's trying to like Google, like ask ChatGPT to see
how do I
like, find this scene or something. I don't like.
Okay, chat. What can you tell me about the Metagross that's run on the sample team? Can somebody, like, is it an agility set? Like, roughly what kind of bulk are we talking?
I would probably just put in like max HP, no defense. Probably a pretty close guess.
Okay. All right, 252, no defense.
And there is a Salamence, so you can like pivot.
True.
And intimidate.
Yeah, maybe.
The question is, does the Linoon have leftovers? Because if it does, then it could potentially belly drum a second time.
Oh,
if
shit.
If not, it can only belly drum once.
That's true. So this calc is telling me for like Metagross, like Adamant, max HP, no defense. is taking 98 to 115 from Adamant +6 Lanoon HP ground. So Dave is going to have to maneuver with the Salamence fairly well to get out of this one. I think the good news is that because this is like, I think I can call this like gimmicky. You know, this is like, this is an all or nothing thing. It works or it doesn't, and like you win if it works and you lose if it doesn't. And if Dave can somehow weather that storm and pivot the Salamence in just enough times to like have the Metagross barely live, even having 1 or 2 Pokemon left might be able to clean up whatever's left behind after the Lanoon charade has run its course.
Yeah, he probably doesn't have any real Pokemon on this team. His team is just like his opening is just to like bring in all the Pokemon that died in Magneton. He almost got owned by Dirty Dave's lead beating Scarm without needing Mag.
Yeah, and
he did successfully bait it.
This makes a lot of sense. Like you need Mag, so make sure you're leading Pokemon that bait the Mag in, and as soon as it picks up a kill, you can just, you know, you're off to the damn races. I bet he was thrilled to see that lead Medi.
You drill peck turn 1 to bait the Mag.
Yeah, I guess he's damned if he does, damned if he doesn't. 5 Toxics remain. Yeah, there's the recycle. But
I think the one time I watched a replay with a team like this that Jonald was using.
Yeah.
It was basically the same gimmick where he would switch out and then go to block Snorlax and set all the way up.
Yeah.
And what he did was he PP stalled for so many turns that when he went to block Snorlax and clicked block, his opponent didn't realize that he wasn't trapped for that one turn.
Yeah.
And he just stayed in and died.
Yeah.
So this might be the gambit here. Dirty Dave's got to keep his mental strong.
Keep your wits about you. That was a winning replay of the week submission. And yeah, I think after so many turns that player's brain was just completely fried, and their morale was such that there was no way they could find a line, even though they could simply just switch out and they would have been fine. Jago Blanc, do you think Claydol beats the Gardevoir, or does +6 Psychic clear? Again, we're making a lot of assumptions. Like, though the Lanoon line is probably the most like expected way to convert from this position, I mean, who knows what the hell is in the back? It could be Calm Mind Gardevoir going for the win. Highly unlikely that there's like a Blissey or anything on Dave's side. What with the Medi and the Mag revealed, I would say.
It'd be like a Smeargle Belly Pass. Is Belly Pass legal? I always forget.
Yeah, it is.
It could be like a Smeargle to Arrow type thing as well. Yeah, it could be so many things.
Yeah, but like so like you go to Smeargle once the Magneton has no PP, and it's not trapped anymore, right? So you can go to wherever you want. Smeargle like belly drums, but like it could just get outsped by something. So like you go through all this trouble, and then you just simply hope that your opponent doesn't have a Mon that can come in and, I mean, I guess like you could Spore first and everything. Maybe it works.
Yeah, or like sub a Smeargle or something.
Yeah.
Cover everything. No, I think that's unlikely. I think my bet right now is Lanoon and Gardevoir. This is going to be a pretty great YouTube video for Dirty Dave's perspective.
It really is. And I think this should go a bit more quickly because now Dave is down to only Thunderbolts. And so there's literally nothing for him to do but click it 15 times and see whatever his fate has in store for him.
A good thing Revival banned Sand Attack, because I feel like you would use it. You'd use it if it was allowed.
Yeah, some gamers would. I don't know that I would. HCloud, have you? What's
the general you.
What's the right? What's like the most like unethical thing that you've done in like tournament, not like ladder, but like in tournament? Like, what is there anything that you look back on and like regret? You're like, I don't know if I should have done that. If I could go back, I might have done that a little differently.
Well, the easy answer was full passing Markov and SPL. I don't feel bad about it, but that's the easy answer. That was the moment where people stopped being too scared to bring baton pass because of the social ramifications.
Wait, what year was this?
Let's see. 2021, I think.
Okay, so SPL 2021. And up to this point, like baton pass is a thing. A lot of like the baton pass like legislation was yet to occur and was on the horizon. But nobody really did it.
Nothing has been legislated. Mead is rank 1 on ladder. He has like the second all-time highest ladder account, and then I messaged him on Discord for his team. And I'm like, okay, if I use this, I'll probably get banned. Are you okay with this? And he's like, yeah, it's fine. So then I just like use it. Markov brings a team that has like no resources to beat it, and I get like a +6 artillery and win.
All right, that's amazing. I'm gonna have to look back and dig that up. That sounds like a fun video, honestly.
Yeah.
Final
sure. Yeah.
Thunderbolt incoming, by the way. This is it. We're finally gonna see what the hell this has all been about, what the plan was from the get-go. Or maybe he's gonna force the mag to struggle itself for a little bit. I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
No, the Gardevoir does come in and trace Magnet Pull.
He's still trapped. All right. This is so toxic.
So Mag is losing about 3%. And I guess the Gardevoir would die first, but you're going to have more than enough turns to...
Oh, big crit. It'll get a
Huge
+6.
crit.
And also can like...
Yeah.
I don't know what his moveset is, but I know he learned a lot of stuff.
I'll tell you what, it's got no item. I bet this is Salic. I bet this is hoping to get struggled down into Salic and then go for the sweep from there. And I don't know. I don't know if there's anything that's going to be able to stop this thing. I think this is it.
I think if it's like the team that we think it is, it will just win immediately.
Genexus speculating that it's rest. No, it was. Well, it could. I guess it could still be rest. You could just and it is. We're gonna rest up with max special attack, max special defense, and +1 speed. This thing can get to 284 speed, so that is gonna outspeed the entire metagame, provided that it has enough speed, and I'm sure it does. And I think the rest of this match and set is basically a formality. There's the Psychic. I think Terran is going to click 4 more buttons and eliminate Dr. Dirty Dave one set before the top cut of ADV Revival 3.
So someone was pointing out that it probably lacks the coverage to hit Claydol, if there is a Claydol.
Oh, that's... Okay, so yeah, because it has rest. So it's got Psychic and presumably like HP Fire.
I'm guessing Thunderbolt.
Okay.
If it's HP Fire, then it can't hit T-Tar. But I guess the point is there's probably some mon that exists that does wall this.
That's true. That's true. Okay, so if Dave, and he's got 270 seconds to think about this, there could be an out. He has to know exactly what to go to, and hopefully it has a move that can get him out of the situation. If it is Claydol, you could just blow up. I don't know if I would run Psychic T-Bolt and just hope I'm running into exactly Mag, but not Magdoll. Because then you auto lose if you run into Magdoll specifically. The Metagross is going to come in. I don't think this can live if it is T-Bolt, and it is. Dave, show us the Claydol in the back, please. No, it's Snorlax.
Maybe this lives?
Somebody calced it. It doesn't live the Psychic.
Nope. Okay. Wow, I can't believe that actually worked.
That is insane. Aaron, you did this guy so dirty. You did Dirty Dave dirty, bro. And honestly, kudos, hats off. That was, you put on a show, and that's a dominant performance. They throw out the GG. Will they get one back? Would you give him a GG? Yeah. Dr. Dirty Dave does respond with the GG. Nice guy, good sportsmanship. I'm gonna be real. I don't know if I would hit him with the GG. What do you think? What do you think, H-Clap?
Yeah, there's a good chance I'm like forfeiting on turn like 30 that game. And of course at that point I'm just out of there. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. But you know, Dave's got
good to see him in good spirits. Yeah, he's got to uphold his image as a content creator like the two of us.
Right, yeah, as fellow content creators, Zets and HClat. When's the next HClat ADV video dropping, by the way? Are we gonna
I'm
get like
still
a?
brainstorming.
Are you? What is there to brainstorm?
Yeah,
Just get Classico to 2000 and.
in the loosest sense. No, I realize that I right now I have 33 games on my channel, and all 33 of them are with the same team.
Right.
And eventually, my gimmick is probably gonna get stale. So I got to switch it up in some capacity.
You could run Draftico. You know, there's always that.
That's true. I did use that in what's it called? Battle of the Week.
True. The one Battle of the Week set that I missed because it was at like 9 a.m. my time or something crazy. I still feel bad about that, by the way.
No, that was our fault. We scheduled really badly.
It's chill.
We did like an entire week after we were supposed to play it anyway. Like it was kind of a mess.
Adam saying Clack got to get on the slop wave. Show these fools how to use pert. For some reason, I don't think that's gonna happen. Not to put words in
my dead body.
What is it in particular that you dislike about slop?
Oh, I wish I had an answer prepared.
We can circle back.
It's kind of my LARP to hate it. No, it feels really random. And then when you're Ferdazi, you bring it and you win. But when you're everybody else, you just like bring it and what are you even doing?
You have said that Ferdazi is of the only active players that like actually understands how to use Endeavor Pert. And
yeah, he like makes shit happen with that mod that like I feel like nobody else really does. I don't really understand it, but it just like always ends up in like the best position when he's using it.
He gave me like a little crash course, and I feel a little less lost. I never even tried to use it, so I still have much to learn myself. But to answer Mom's dump trucks question in the chat, yeah, we are going to be concluding very soon, and then I'm going to be kicking the stream back off in like an hour and a half for Tetra versus Oomph. I think I'm not familiar with his opponent, but it's another bracket qualification match. The winner of that will be moving on, and that stream is scheduled. So if you check out my channel, you should be able to like that stream or ask to be notified. But it should be at 9:15 Eastern time. So be sure to check that out. HCloud, before we get off, I wanted to ask, and I was hoping to ask you this before we started, but these guys started basically right on time. Of course, and unfortunately, from my perspective, you did not enter ADV Revival 3. You didn't enter Gymvite 2 either. So you're like retired, you'd say, right?
Yeah.
You're not like...
Yeah.
Like, it's like... And I fully get it. I was like in Melee, like competing in Melee, going to in-person regionals like every other weekend, driving hours. I know that you probably never drove very far for an ADV tournament, but like the preparation, the stress of it all, sometimes like the fire just wanes a little bit, and then like your will to compete versus like the stress and the energy that it takes and the time commitment, all that, like the calculus changes after a while. I totally get all that. Is there a world where you come out of retirement at some point for like one last hurrah, to show that Unk does really still got it?
I would say it's pretty unlikely. I think that for me, the issue is when I am playing a tournament, if I want to like actually do my best for it, I need to like prep very hard and practice a lot. I'm not very good when I'm sort of like giving it like a half effort. And I sort of did try to do that for a little bit of time, and I just like didn't have good results. So I think doing it in that little like half-hearted mode just like isn't really worth it for me. And yeah, I don't at this point feel like the IRL time investment is worth it. There's too much opportunity cost for me.
Exactly.
But it's not impossible. Not 100% impossible.
Like why compete when you can focus on your budding YouTube channel, right?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I do still enjoy playing, and I like ladder in that like I can sort of like do it on my own time whenever I want. There's no like deadline that I need to hit, or like no like amount that I have to like tune a team before a specific game. So I do still like playing the game a fair amount in that context. But big serious tours are unlikely for me.
Well, hell yeah, man. It sounds like you have you're in a healthy place with the game. And, it's weird as like, somebody who got into the scene like what, a year and a half, like 2 years ago, to feel like I missed out on, so many like great players, like, like an H-Clat, like a Linear, to not really get to see them like compete in like real time. That's how it always is, like people getting in the NBA now, they don't really get to see like LeBron in his prime. They miss out on like, D Wade, and that, that's a universal experience, I would say. But thanks for jumping on. Always awesome to have you on commentary. We'll have to do it again. And again, everybody in the stream, thanks for tuning in. We'll be live again in about an hour and a half for another elimination match between Tetrafolium and Orf. I said Oomph. It was actually Orf all along, so my bad. But thanks, everybody, and we will see you next time.